I'm going to do it right. Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Dynamo Football Book Club Injury Time. My name's Al Bond and I'm joined by my co-host, Johnny Coughlin. Hello, Johnny.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, Johnny, no one would ever accuse you of having bad hair. You have thick, lovely hair, Johnny. But that is not the case today for our five-a-side selection, because this is our five-a-side bad Barnets in football. Is that right, Johnny?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've definitely had some bad hair in my day, but thank you very much.
Since they were stopped in their European tracks by Bayern, they've won 3 out of 4. Jason Lee has come back into favour for that run. He gave them the lead and then suggested that the open season on jokes about his hair is over. You certainly wouldn't tell them to his face anymore. To cap it off...
What was your worst ever hairstyle, Al? Was it when you had a purple schmuck and long hair when you were in university? Was that your worst?
No, I was out of that phase by university, but it was in my schmuck phase. It was, yeah, I had like long matted black hair when I was a teenager. Yeah, I dyed it black, and then I thought, I tell you what, I'll bleach it white. But it didn't go white, Johnny, it went ginger. So I had just this filthy matted nest on my head of ginger locks, and it all got shaved off. Very fond memories of my mother. No, there was not. That was back before the day before. Photos are everywhere. Yeah, there's no images at all. What about your worst haircut, Johnny?
Well, I had one recently that was quite bad. My hair was very long, and my hair just reaches a level where it just kind of doesn't go down. It kind of just grows out in a kind of ever-increasing mushroom shape. But when I was a small kid, and everybody was doing the undercuts. Remember undercuts?
Better believe I do, bruv.
Yeah, everybody had an undercut and they were splitting it in the middle, but my hair wouldn't split in the middle, so I just had a total bowl. And there is a player I have today who had the same hairstyle.
Oh, mate, I so deeply want to win the toss with this one. I just want to get one lad off the board right from the get-go. Yeah, have you ever cried about a haircut? I know that I have. Cried like a baby. It's not who I am. It's not who I am. I'm not this person. I always wanted to have long hair, Johnny. They made me cut it off when I was at school. Long hair. I was like in Guns N' Roses, and they made me look like I was in Take That.
No, but what's the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut?
$20. $20. No, what is the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut?
2 weeks.
Yeah, that's true, innit? Just give it time. It always gets all right.
Yeah, there's 2 ways to have bad hair. And I think in this five-a-side, you might be tempted to go for the fellas who've tried too hard. But there's also fellas who don't try hard enough. And I'm going to try and give those guys the attention that they deserve as well.
Well, no kidding. I tell you what, doing the research for this here pod, there is a lot of lists of footballers with bad hair, but some of these suggestions are just outrageous, Johnny. And I'm going to throw some names out, and I hope I'm not going to salt the earth for you, Johnny. But if I do, so be it. But like, anyone accused Carlos Valderrama of having bad hair? Fuck off! No, that's not bad hair. That is sick hair. That is fucking
amazing.
Awesome. Absolutely brilliant. That is not a bad haircut. That is a good haircut.
Same with David Luiz. He kept showing up everywhere. You can do it. It's bloody magic, you know?
Well, there is a caveat, though. Have you seen he's just signed for that Turkish team, Paphos FC? Have you seen his signing on for... He's going thin on top, but he's still got the hair. Not so good now. He's got that line.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now he's really getting that Krusty the Clown look, like, as opposed to Sideshow Bob.
Even Alexei Lalas is one of the people who's kind of famously comes up in these lists, but
I've got him written down, actually, and he wasn't going to be one of my first choices. I just wanted to bash him for being such a total twat. I'm a cool hippie. No, you're not. You're a fucking fascist right-wing arsehole. Alexei Lalas can suck my dick. Fox Sports. Oh, he's awful. He's such a twat. He's so awful, Johnny. He's awful. But he's sort of hid behind, like, look, I'm in the Spin Doctors. Oh, look. I, by accident, liked him for years. Well, I don't like him now, Johnny. I don't like him at all.
But he's a right-wing guy, is he?
No, he's horrible. Yeah, he is.
Like, what would he be saying in his football punditry that makes him come across as a right-wing person?
Well, not so much on his football punditry, although it is unknowing and crap. It's more social media, Johnny. Honestly, take my word for it. He's a terrible bloke.
Okay, that's disappointing. Does he play the guitar?
Look, I don't know. Anyone who's watching this can see 3 guitars behind Johnny's camera. Oh, a fellow guitarist, just like you. Is there a redeeming feature? Is he a guitarist? Is he a creative like me? I think he can play guitar, right? But he'd be like one of those fucking rock bands, like playing alongside like Damon Hill and shit. Like, hey, are we cool? No, you're not.
Yeah,
cool.
Alexi Lalas plays the guitar. I knew it. Yeah, okay. All right, well, we get into this. Unless you've got anything you want to report in hair news, we can just go straight into this thing.
I cut my own hair, Johnny, to save money like a person from the past. And I enjoy it.
Do you do that all the time?
Yep, I've not had a haircut in over 5 years. Okie dokie. All right, shall we get this going? I've got a call in here.
That's some improvements. We're really learning. We're learning the ropes here.
Slick operation, brother. Okie dokie. All right, so heads or tails for you.
Well, you don't even have to ask. Heads for hair. Hair today.
Heads for...
Gladiators, ready!
Or tails for ponytail. It is heads, Johnny. You fucking won it.
Okay.
There you go, lads.
All right.
Heads.
Well,
tails has failed.
This is quite a visual conversation. We need to kind of figure out how to do that. So when you choose somebody, maybe you're just going to have to explain and describe their hair. Obviously, anyone inclined can look it up, but...
Yeah, we'll try and put some pictures in the show notes, but yeah, we'll be describing these hairstyles. Well, Johnny, I'm on tenterhooks because there's one I really fucking want. You better not take him. Who's your number 1 worst Barnet in football?
So on this thing as well, obviously this is a draft, but it doesn't really matter really who wins, does it? Because what we want is really, really bad haircuts. And I think there's been some absolute shockers. You know, if you look at these lists, you see a lot of kind of Taribo West, that kind of thing. But I don't know if that's the worst, that kind of approach.
No, super distinctive Taribo West. No, I sort of raged against that. Like, I mean, everyone knows Taribo West coming, and it doesn't look stupid. It just looks kind of cool, like he's got green horns. I don't know. I thought it was all right.
Yeah, but the ones that I have down here, I think are all genuinely dreadful haircuts. So let me think. Who am I going to go for worst? For worst first, I think I'll get Baggio first, because Baggio's hair in its day was so bad. And he's a cool guy. So I think he should know better. I remember when I was a kid, my cousin, she was a few years older than me, and she was obsessed with Baggio. Like, this guy was a sex symbol, but look at this hair. This is like Davy Crockett's hat on his head. That is a dreadful, dreadful hairstyle. You know the one I'm talking about, right? His famous hairdo.
Yeah, the divine ponytail. I think you've taken a shit with your trousers on there, Johnny. It's a brilliant haircut, and as evidenced by your elder cousin, a chick, thinking he was super sexy. He's got a gorgeous, lustrous hair, man. When I saw Baggio, I was like, get the fuck out of town. It's beautiful, man. He's Milli Vanilli. It's lovely hair.
No, shocking. Anyway, okay, well, I guess you say I've taken a shit with my trousers on, but I don't really know how we are going to prove that this is ultimately a question of taste. But okay, we'll agree to disagree. I'm going... It's a mullet of sorts, isn't it?
It's a ponytail. It's not a mullet. It's long on top as well.
No, it's not.
Oh, well, maybe if there's one that I'm not evident. It's not brilliant. Yeah, okay.
He's got, like, yeah, I know what you're saying. It's
got elements of rat tail to it, you see. That's the danger. When does a ponytail become a rat tail? When there's almost nothing on top.
Well, there's if you take...
No, you run me round. That's awful. That's not what I was picturing. I was picturing just a lovely full head of hair with a ponytail. Yeah, that's a shocker.
But it's also kind of got some kind of product in it, so it's all kind of like matted, like what you were describing when you had your ginger hair. Anyway, that's my number 1 pick, is Roberto Baggio. And to be fair, he's probably the best player on this list that I have. Anyway, okay, what you got?
I mean, you can see that he's wanted a change in hairstyle there, but he's not wanted to lose his trademark, right? He's scared, so he's like, okay, I've got a new hairstyle, everyone. Still got the ponytail, it's fine. All right, well, I'm going to absolutely fucking blow you out the water here, Johnny, because this is the worst haircut in the history of bad haircuts. It's Bobby Charlton. Come on, Sir Bobby. Come on, it's sitting right there, man. There it is. That is a haircut that would dry up the wettest fanny in the world. If Cardi B needed a problem with her WAP, just get Bobby Charlton round. It's almost impossible to conceive how he could have impregnated Norma Ball to produce Suzanne Charlton, BBC meteorologist. How? Oh, come on, off we go. I mean, like, first of all, Bobby Charlton, he's having sex in a mystery position. Let's turn the lights off, Sir Bobby. Let's turn the lights off. And then, he's hanging over you. You just feel that strand of hair tickling your nose as he's pumping away at you. Oh, just the worst hair in the whole world. And it must have been bad then. Did people think, like, Bobby Charlton's bald? No, he's not. What do you mean? Bobby Charlton's bald? Ridiculous. What? And you look, he's got a side parting. He's not bald. He's bald. The comb over is the worst haircut in the world. And I just can't be persuaded that maybe when you have a mullet when you're bald, and I had a look, but the comb over is genuinely just the unsexiest haircut of all. And Bobby Charlton is maybe the unsexiest man in the history of... I mean, he's not sexy, is he, Bobby? Just a grumpy, scowling presence gazing down at the Old Trafford pitch until 2023.
You see footage in the hair. Hair is hanging down on the side and stuff. Wait, he is bald. You're right. He is, after all. Yeah, absolutely.
No, that's it. That's you have to run around, dude. You have to head the ball and stuff. It's going to go out of place. Just show. Come on. I know it was the 60s, but no, someone must have told you. Like, don't do that. Exactly. It looks so insane. It's like Bill Murray in what's that bowling movie with his hair goes
Kingpin.
in. Yeah, there it is. Just awful. Anyway,
it's a funny one because he's very much on my list, and I did think about going for him first. But he won the European Player of the Year, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, he was a super player, wasn't he?
And World Cup winner. So that's a strong start. But there's a few in this mold. Have you got any others of that particular kind of on the balding side on your list?
No, I haven't, Johnny. No, to be honest. No, that's the only
the
one.
Other guys, the other famous ones from that particular kind of genre of haircut are Attila Lombardo and Lechkov, but also Andres Iniesta. He kind of railed against the dying of the light hair-wise for a while, I think. And of course, the person who kind of sets the tone here is Zidane, right? Because he had that kind of thing going on for a while where it was going, but then he shaved it, and
you're saying all
older.
But none of these are a comb over in that nature. Maybe Lechkov, but you can forgive him because he lived in Soviet times. Anyway, I'm not slagging off bald people. I'm slagging off comb overs. God bless you, bald people. I would kill myself if I went bald, but you're very brave.
Have you ever thinned a bit on the top?
Yeah, I guess it is a little bit, bruv. Yeah. I think up here there's things which are... I don't want to think about it, Johnny. It's all right.
Again, a little widow's peak for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, we're over.
Show me the top of your head there. Come on.
Yeah, there you go. So it's not so bad. I'll tell you a widow's peak. Referee Peter Banks in the Premier League at the moment. Shave that fucking head off, mate. Oh, it's absolutely shocking. If you look at his head, it looks like a woman who's leaning down and a pair of breasts is imprinted on his head. Like, it's awful. Just shave it off, Peter.
He's got kind of a landing strip, doesn't he?
Well, mate, or a big M. It looks like the McDonald's logo. Really bad.
Okay, well, I'm going to pick a goalkeeper next because it's kind of in continuation. And I think this is...
indeed.
Well, there's one goalkeeper that's kind of outstanding in this field, but it's not this guy. One of the squarest haircuts growing up was David Seaman. Just absolutely disgraceful. With the mustache as well, doesn't help. But you know what he had he's had two classics of the genre. He's had the kind of curtains shorter, prior to being a belt, but long enough. But then he has the longer one where it's like another ponytail situation. But he also has a very, very high kind of forehead, which, I have myself, but he has a high forehead and he's pinning at the back, and he always struck me as such a square seaman. Just looking at him there now, he's just such a doofus. Anyway, my goalkeeper is David Seaman.
Yeah, he's just a giggler, isn't he, old Seaman? He's a nice enough lad. Yeah, keeper was Seaman was the obvious choice at keeper because really it was very hard to find anyone. But I'm going to keep my powder dry. You've got the pick of a bunch there, but oh mate, I'm looking forward to my next pick, Johnny. He's a very good footballer. Player of the Year 2 years ago, Phil Foden. Fucking shocker, mate. Absolute shocker. You know that's a good pick, don't you, Johnny? Because that is absolutely deliberate. He goes into the barbers, he says, I want to look as much of a fucking chav as I can. You're 25 years old, Phil. I don't care. Make me look like I'm 14. Make me look like I'm wearing my Adidas tracksuit trousers and make me look I'm going to beat someone up and call them a pedo. How can somebody not say, Phil, maybe try a different haircut? Try a different haircut from that chavvy bowl that you have. It's really unforgivable, Phil Foden's haircut. He has all the money in the world. I mean, they have hairdressers just sitting around the dressing room, from what I can understand. Right? That's what they're doing all the time, massages and haircuts, because they got time to fill. And yet he ends up with that. He's got 3 kids. His missus, come on, say something. Just try something different, Phil. That little
Also, Phil is exactly like David Seaman. He's got his standard haircut, but he's also got a bleach number in there as well.
Oh, the bleach number is like, oh, you're doing M&M, but it's not 1999 anymore, Phil. It's 2025. But it doesn't even stick. I think the bleached is actually better than his regular hair. I really do. I think his regular hair is just unforgivable. I mean, at least Bobby Charlton had the excuse he didn't have any hair. He was trying to do something. Phil Foden's got loads. He's got too much, if anything. Awful, just a chav cut.
Yeah, that was on my list as well.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a nice footballer. I think him and Charlton would kind of would work well together. There's a
yeah, they would, right foot, left foot, exactly right. They'd be perfect.
There's an absolutely beautiful haircut here. I'm going for next. You presumably saw Chris Waddle during his Marseille days.
Yeah, I did.
That is a real classic of the genre, isn't it? An absolute beauty.
It's textbook.
It's brilliant. That is a brilliant haircut. And he's no oil painting, Chris, which doesn't really help. But
that's it, Johnny. If you say to me as an Englishman, perm, I think Keegan. If you say to me mullet, I think Waddle. That's what I think.
But he had a certain, he's before my time, but there's a certain coolness to Waddle because he was kind of like, the socks down. It's kind of a louche. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Louche. But that is an absolute. Oh, look! There's a nice picture of Gaza in 1985 playing for Newcastle. Have you seen that before?
I have in doing my research. It's absolutely shocking. No, I've seen that picture. I saw it today. Yeah,
that is a beauty, isn't it?
Absolutely lovely.
Oh yeah, that is fun. It is real nice. And you got at the end of the day, whatever about Foden, as you were saying, some of these guys would say, what do I know about Foden? But he probably takes himself fairly seriously. Waddle, just because he had that kind of dilettantish kind of vibe, maybe he's just kind of taking the piss, isn't he?
Chris Waddle?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he's got in his locker, really. He seems cool, but he's another dickhead. He's real Brexity fucker, he is, old Chris Waddle. Nothing cool about him now. He hasn't got a sense of humour, I promise you. No sense of humour at all. He's a grump.
Really?
Yeah, he's a real grump, sadly.
Well, maybe he had a sense of humour only in relation to hair.
I think he just thought he was cool at the time. He was straight out of the sausage factory and he's like, what can I do now? I'll grow my hair long at the back.
He literally worked in a sausage factory.
I think that's famously before he signed for Newcastle. Speaking of the word mullet, Johnny, do you know who first ever coined the term mullet?
No, but I'm interested in this. Go on.
It was the fucking Beastie Boys. How about that? The Beastie Boys were the first people to ever talk about mullet. I wish I got the research. I didn't think about writing it down, but that's absolutely true. It was in their first album, License to Ill.
Honestly,
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
it says that it's from late Middle English.
No, the word mullet's from late fucking Middle English for a fish, but like for the heck.
So, okay, yeah.
It's from late Middle English. Yeah, it's like Shakespeare, like, thy mullet doth shine so bright tonight, Sir Chris.
Yeah, so, okay, you're right. It says, apparently coined and certainly popularized by Beastie Boys who used mullet and mullet head as epithets in their 1994 song, Mullet Head.
1994? No
1994.
kidding, that late? 1984 or 94?
Says 94 here.
Oh.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
To have coined a term, that is pretty sweet.
All right, so just to be clear, who is your third pick? Is Paul
Waddle.
Gascoigne? Oh, it is Waddle, it's Waddle.
Is Waddle, yeah. I've got a manager thrown in for me as well, by the way.
Ooh, that's nice. Well, I tell you what, because you've given me the segue, I'm going for a manager's son, who is in himself a professional footballer.
I'm going to stop you. Is it a goalkeeper?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Oh, but my goalkeeper will be a manager's son, sir. So, yeah, there you go. But this is a manager's son, and this is the worst haircut on the list. I mean, this must have been a fucking bet. But if you Google Johnny, Diego Simeone's son, Giovanni Simeone, when he played for River Plate, and you tell me, I'm going to go as far as say, have you ever seen a worse haircut than the one that's going to greet your eyes right now? It is wild.
It's like he's a student sumo wrestler.
I mean, would you want to face your dad coming in with that haircut? Like, oh, there's my dad, Diego Simeone. Hey, Dad, you like my new haircut? Oh, I will leave.
That came up in the list. Like, that came up in my research. I kept seeing pictures, but I just thought that was because I didn't recognize him. I don't know. Like, I would know Giovanni Simeone, but yeah, that is a shocker, isn't it? So describe it for me, Al.
Well, for me, I mean, it's totally shaved on top and at the sides, but he's got a full sort of like the back of his head is just as if it's just he shaved the top of it. It's as if he had bloody hell. He had long hair and then he shaved 70% of it off, and the only stuff he left was right at the back, right?
And the sides.
And the sides.
Yeah, so it's like he was getting his friend to shave his head and the razor ran out of battery.
Yeah, and he's got a duck's arse as well, but there's a very, very pointed duck's arse as well with his hair.
Yeah, kind of, and that's the bit that's kind of sumo-ish.
Yeah, it makes him sort of look like he's wearing a cycle helmet, but his cycle helmet's made out of shit hair at the back.
Well,
it's so bad, isn't it?
I'm happy about this pick because he's not a strong player. Your dedication to this, to the haircut is admirable.
Well, no, I mean, next one's going to be rubbish as well, but I've got to take him just because of the hair, Johnny. I have to take him, but we'll find.
Okay, well, I used to, surprising enough, because I assumed they're the kind of squarest people in the dressing room. There wasn't all that many defenders showing up. There's a very famous one from Liverpool in the 70s, 80s, but I'm not going to go for him. I'm going to go for Bakary Sagna, because that was, for a long time, he had very, very, very bad hair. You know the haircut I'm talking about, right?
Oh, I certainly do, Johnny.
Okay, describe it for me.
It's curtains. He's got a very, very high forehead, but then he's got a centre parting, but it's braided and then it's dyed white, and it's absolutely shocking. I remember when he shaved it off and he was genuinely unrecognisable. I mean, that was his USP, was it? Oh, Bakary Sagna. That's what you thought of, just that shitty haircut.
Yeah, if you saw somebody walking down the street with that haircut, you turn your head, I think, you know? You'd be like,
oh, it's a head turner, all right.
Yeah, I guess maybe they all are, but yeah, I think that, again, because what is it that makes a bad haircut, you know? You know, you mentioned Valderrama, which is just smashing hair. But like Renegade Higuita came up in these lists again. That's not bad hair. That's just long hair. It's
all contextual, right? I mean, he's Soul Glow. It's the 80s. He's meant to look like that.
Yeah, and it's
magnificent.
Yeah, but like, but Carrie said, nobody had hair like that at the time, did they?
Well, Johnny, one person did, and it's going to be my next pick.
Can I guess?
Are you? Yes.
Is it Andy Carroll?
No, it's not Andy. I had a good long look at Andy Carroll, but that was going into a Beckham territory. And I looked at it. I didn't think he looked that bad. It just, but yeah, I have got, it is braided hair, but you're done with Sanya. I can pick him because I've got a couple here. And apologies to Abel Xavier, who very much deserves his place on this list. But yeah, in response to Bakary Sagna, I'm going for Gervinho.
Oh yeah,
Gervinho. I mean, it's just if Bakary Sagna had a high forehead, Gervinho had a higher forehead. Like it really is just like a dome.
But he also had
protected by net curtains, not net curtains.
He also had it pinned down all the time, didn't he?
Oh, it's horrible to look at. Like genuinely hard to look at.
His hairband is just right above his eyebrows, and then there's about an 8-inch patch of naked forehead.
Yeah, like divided into a V, whereas braids like cut it off. I noticed later in his career he wore a bigger headband. Good choice.
Yeah, but a better choice. I'm looking at him here now. That actually, and he looks quite cool like that, doesn't he?
It's all right. I mean, even better shave it all fucking off, mate, because you're bald. But if you're gonna do that look, yeah, have a big headband because it was awful. And he came to Arsenal with.
There's a picture from there when his headband came off, and wow, he really is bald, eh?
I mean, it's just, and even like when he first came to Arsenal, he looked like that, and then he was a young kid then. Anyway, a little fun fact about him: he's from the Ivory Coast, and his name is actually Gervais, and he was given the nickname Gervinho by his Brazilian coach at ASEC Abidjan. Yeah, because it never really occurred to me he's called Gervinho, but yeah, he's from Ivory Coast. And in 2012, by his peers in the Ivory Coast team, he was voted the worst dancer, the ugliest, and with the worst haircut. So that's harsh, isn't it? Hey, lads, let's do a little poll. Who's the ugliest? It's you, Gervinho. Who's the worst dancer? Gervinho. Worst haircut, need we ask? Is you again, Gervinho, you fucking... Not very nice, is it? Oh, mate, so that's all my outfield players there, isn't it?
Yeah, okay, I get one more, don't I? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, this is my favourite, This is my favourite of them all. And he showed up, I'm going to give you clues, and I want you to pick, I want you to guess. You'll get it eventually, okay? Kevin Keegan played against Pele, he played against Maradona, he played against Johan Cruyff, but none of them were as good as this guy.
I'll beat your Beardsley. I mean, he just went in and said, you know that bloke Igor in those movies? Give us one of them.
So when I said when I was a kid, I had a bowl cut, it wasn't a million miles from what poor old Beardsley were. The pictures of Beardsley's hair. And again, it's what you're working with. He is an unusually ugly man.
Which is what you've got to do with that is you've got to make the most of your hair, haven't you? Like, you've got to try and distract, like, who's that lad at Newcastle? The winger, Anthony Gordon, yes. Like, don't look at my face, look at my lovely hair. Don't look at my face, look at my hair. From behind, Anthony Gordon looks like a beautiful woman. It's just, turns out, oh, God, Jesus. You're familiar with Viz, and I don't know, Anthony Gordon would have been a good one for this. Are you familiar with the comic book Viz, right?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's an English thing. But there's a character in that called Mr. Logic. It's wild. It's like, look at you, Anthony Gordon, Mr. Logic. It's harsh, but it's fair.
I'm going to have a look there now.
Come on.
That's rough. That's rough on poor Anthony Gordon. But yeah, Beardsley's hair is so bad. It's the worst. It's worse of any of those kind of ball cuts. God love him. And he was the best player that ever played football, according to Kevin Keegan. So not a bad little number for my team either.
He was a good player. He was.
You're in trouble now. You're in big trouble.
Yeah, you definitely have. Okay, so yeah, I'm left with my keeper now, and I think you might have identified it. Yeah, I lost it with Simeone. So I want to give a shout out to Abu Javier. Listeners, just Google Abu Javier's blonde beehive. What were you thinking, lad?
He was the top. He was the top of a few lists, and in one of the lists, he was first and second.
Well, I mean, it's the bleaching it which always makes him stand out. But the blonde bee, that looks like the haircut of someone who does drugs. And I'm really not. He was the first player to be banned for performance enhancing drugs in the Premier League, Abu Javier. But he looks like somebody who does proper drugs. So, like old Abu Javier's haircut, it's just like, he's had a night out, and I don't know. And just a shout out to the Bundesliga, as we know from our football book, in Denmark, a mullet is described as a Bundesliga. And Johnny, have a look at Mike Werner, Werner, the king of the mullets, and with a face to match as well. Just, it was gorgeous, and I'm gutted he can't fit in. Like, puts Chris Waddle to shame, doesn't it? I mean, that is a mullet.
That is, yeah, it's got that kind of whole, like, same with Chris Waddle, that real brushy look on the top, like that kind of like sweeping brush kind of vibe, and then very, very long flowing locks.
He could have turned up to like Poison, and they'd been like, "You're doing too much, Mike. You're doing too much. It's more than we need."
He's the bass player for Scorpions or something, yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. A wind of change would have affected it. Oh, God. I lost confidence in about halfway through it.
Yeah, it was probably better.
Okie dokie. All right, so my goalkeeper is the son of a manager. Johnny, who is it?
Ian Walker, son of...
Ian Walker. Yep, correct. Yep, Ian Walker. You talked about a undercut with a centre parting before, and he was the absolute king of that. It was textbook.
Yeah, it's a shocking haircut. But in terms of the goalkeepers, I'm surprised David James warrants a mention just because he tried so hard to be on the list. He had so many different hairstyles. He was Paul Pogba before Paul Pogba came along, you know?
He's just too good looking though, right? I mean, David James could pull them all off, basically.
Do you remember in one of the books, like James is a bit of an oddball?
Yes.
In one of the books, they said, whoever it was someone who was in the 1996, I'd say, no, kind of in 1996, but one of the England squads, maybe it was 1998, because the 1996 was in England, they were somewhere, and they just all be hanging around, and then David James would get that kind of a misty look in his eye, and they're like, all right, James, it's like, David, are you okay? He's like, yes, do you see that windmill over there? I think I need to go and draw it. He would just wander off and do a little sketch of the windmill. So I think it might be quite a funny character, David James.
Hey, thinking man's footballer. He was certainly notable, wasn't he? He said he was playing Xbox all night instead of practicing being a goalkeeper, and also a Calvin Klein model. So nice work if you can get it.
Have you seen the picture of Marwan Fellaini where he's put his lovely afro into kind of Mickey Mouse style 2 buns? Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Because that's as bad as any haircut you're ever likely to see. But I'll give you a few more honourable mentions here. So I'm
thinking Fellaini's got a twin brother with exactly the same haircut, right?
Oh, really?
I believe so. Yeah, the Fellaini brothers.
Wasn't there something about how he gets more yellow cards than anyone else because he's so identifiable?
I'm absolutely sure that's true, Johnny. I'm absolutely sure. Whenever I was watching your lot play Burnley, and I was like, look at that Hannibal, he's good, isn't he? But I'm not looking. I just see him all the time because he's got that big mop of hair.
Yeah. Okay, so do you remember a fella, it's before your time, but Kenny Burns, who played for Nottingham Forest?
Yes, I do. Yes, of course.
There's a picture of him with a great 70s haircut, and his testicles are hanging out.
Presumably, as he goes front teeth in as well, it's all great, like just perfect.
Some other honourable mentions: Mark Hamzik with that absolutely dreadful, Arturo Vidal, kind of similar kind of thing. But to be fair to Arturo Vidal, he had that mohawk thing, but he stuck with it for so long. You kind of have to doff your cap to him a bit. Of course, Pogba. I think Pogba's lowest ebb was his leopard print hairstyle. Jason Lee, the famous one, of course, a little beehive. Barry Venison was the other defender. Kevin Keegan's bubble perm. Do you remember Morton Gams Pedersen? Now there's a man who had a woman's hairstyle.
Oh, fabulous left foot. Beautiful left foot. When I used to go to Oslo on the cruise ships, honestly, everywhere it was Morten Gams Pedersen. Morten Gams Pedersen drinks this beer. Morten Gams Pedersen likes these watches. Like, he was like the star boy in Norway.
He's kind of since been eclipsed by another man with an absolutely awful hairstyle, old Haaland.
Is that bad? Yeah, it is bad, but I don't know. Everything about Haaland is so bad, it ends up looking good, I think, in him. Like, no, none of it should work, but it all does. Oh, he does do it. He looks like a god.
Joe Cole, do you remember when he had that kind of stripe of red hair?
Well, I've certainly been reminded of doing my research. Yeah, that pops up a lot. All right, I've got a couple, and here's like the current golden boy. I tell you, he's got a shit haircut. Lamine Yamal, shit hair. Do something.
Yeah, terrible. With it. And kids everywhere have it now.
Oh, the cauliflower. Oh, it's just awful. And I just love his name. A Brazilian. He's not famous. I think in Brazil it would be pronounced Hachinho, but to us it's Ratinho. And he had a football shaved into his head, and it looks fucking terrible. And it's called Ratinho. So good. Little rat.
So, just looking at it, it's not that he's just kind of done a nice little ball on the side. His full head. That is so bad. That is definitely one for Googling. Okay, go on, give me more.
Yeah, no, Ratinho definitely must mean little rat as well. That's his nickname. Because I remember I had a Brazilian girlfriend, and I was like, what's one of them called? She goes, Hata. And I was like, oh, Hata. And I was like, how'd you spell that? R-A-T. Oh, you mean rat? Rat. So Ratinho does just mean he's little rat. And just pure gold. Not someone I'm particularly familiar with as a footballer, but if you Google Rodrigo Palacio, you will find a rat tail for the ages. You just imagine like a ship's captain, like, I'm going to get the old Rodrigo Palacio out.
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it?
Oh, it's horrible. A rat tail.
It's not even at the center of his head either. It's kind of like,
oh.
It's like at the back of his head at about 3 o'clock. That is a bad one.
I mean, that is like, I want to look like a Victorian rat catcher. Is there anything you can do to maybe, do a hideous rat tail? That'd be brilliant.
Ooh, rat catcher. There's a lot of rat chat here.
Well, consecutive rats. Ratinho and then a rat tail. So, yeah. Rat themes. All right, so that's our full teams, right?
How bad did you think Ronaldo's haircut was in 2002 World Cup?
I mean, I thought about putting him in just because you wanted to talk about it. It was daft, but it's easily fixable, though, isn't it? I mean, basically, that is just like, I look a bit silly. Well, that can be fixed in 1 second, and I've got a perfectly reasonable haircut 1 second later.
And he won the World Cup and is the best player in the world at the time. So he kind of...
I can't put a foot wrong that lad, can he? I'm all for it.
Yeah, I would.
A protractor, right? Is that what you call it? A protractor is like he had a protractor on his head.
Yeah.
Like how you get pencil case.
Yeah, that was a protractor. Good pencil case knowledge there, Al. Just be able to pull that out of the bag / pencil case.
Thank you very much. I can name other inhabitants of pencil cases if you like. A ruler, a rubber.
Okay, so let me stop you there. So who was your last player? Oh, it was Ian Walker.
Yeah, Ian Walker.
Okay. Let me fire up my machine here now. You can either sit there in silence or you can tell us an entertaining story about hair.
All right, well, I want my team to be called Barnet. And the Cockney rhyming slang for Barnet comes from Barnet Fair. Barnet Fair. Hair. I was a bit disappointed. Barnet Fair. I mean, I've never heard of Barnet Fair.
Could be. How far is Barnet from London?
Nah, East London, isn't it? I think it's North East. I don't know. I'm terrible with that stuff. East London, though. I'm sure it's in the M25.
Okay. I did say I wanted a manager, so I'm going to make my manager a certain Jerry Francis.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, there's a man who didn't let time get in his way of a good time, did he? Like, I might be an old man, but I'm going to have a haircut of a young man from 20 years ago. Well, let's just do a run through the team whilst you're typing it in then. So in goal, Barnet FC have Ian Walker. Simeone in defence, Bobby Charlton in midfield, and Gervinho and Phil Foden up front. Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Okay, Al, we never really do this, but tell me who you think is going to win this.
Just run through your team again one more time for us, Johnny.
David Seaman in goal with that lovely flowing locks.
We got to say that Seaman probably does beat Ian Walker as a goalkeeper, okay.
Bakary Sagna in defence.
Yeah, arguably better than Giovanni Simeone.
And then I've got kind of a trio of, I'm going to say, Chris Waddle was in winger, wasn't he? So Chris Waddle in midfield with Beardsley and Baggio in attack. And your team is Ian Walker in goal, Giovanni Simeone, Bobby Charlton, Phil Foden, and Gervinho. Come on, there's no question about this, huh?
Yeah, I suppose that you are probably favourite for this.
First goal is Johnny with Baggio curling it low from a no-look pass from Peter Beardsley. But
try not to look at Baggio's haircut.
1-1 though, and it's
I'm on.
It is Bobby Charlton with the goal, but then Baggio chips a pass over Simeone to Beardsley, who's smashing it off the post. And Waddle bundles in the rebound. Half-time 2-1. Then a quick goal for Al after the break makes it 2-2. Then Charlton makes it 3-2 to Alistair. Oh my God, come on off this. Johnny's team steps it up. Baggio treads one through Simeone's leg. Beardsley finishes coolly. But that makes it 3-3. The final score, Al, is 4-3. And I'm shocked to say that it's a counter-attack. Charlton to Foden to Gervinho, who lifts it over Seaman, lobs Seaman, of course, for a win for Alistair. That's tying the series at 5-5. This says that
Easy. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you very much. Yeah, I no doubt in my boys.
If the two teams played 100 times with no draws, Alistair would win 58 times. I'm starting, they're talking about an AI bubble now, that it's not all it's cracked up to be. And when I see this kind of outcome, maybe I believe in the AI bubble. Like, who the fuck? Like, your man, Simeone, his son did play for Atletico, didn't he? Because he scored a big goal.
Enough.
Now he's playing for River Plate.
Come on, I don't know what he's doing now, Johnny, I'm afraid. But well, the other lads, I mean, like, literally Bobby Charlton, like, arguably the greatest player in the world other than Pele in the 60s. Phil Foden, player of the year 2 years ago. And Gervinho, who was all right. In a way. It's fine.
Yeah, okay, well. Bravo, Alistair. 5-5. There you go. You are the master of Barnet.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I can graze my cattle on Barnet Fair whenever I so choose. I'll tell you what, I was regretting not putting Mike Werner in before if I thought I was going to lose, but seeing as I didn't lose and I'd won, yep, no Mike Werner for me. Excellent. All right, super duper. All right, so next week we're back and we're doing another person with a pretty shitty haircut, Stuart Pearce.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well done, Al.
Thank you very much indeed, Johnny, and we'll see you all next week.
Cheers.
They're willing to play this sideways, keep possession of the ball. They're not desperate for the win as England are. Now it's Charlton, Bobby Charlton, hand on the right. Maybe a shot from Charlton. It's worth trying.